Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the Boston College Eagles taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense takes the field. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear.
Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Foster. Oh, they're after him. He's in open space downfield. Got a first down. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Berry. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Into the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boston College will send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Oh, better look out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Muscling ahead on third and short. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking for a man. It's Foster. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Breaks it inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forced him a little.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Foster. Here's a heat. Grab near the marker, it's Anderson. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't work the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? The give from the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets enough to remove the chains and then slides to a stop.
And, man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
Fires it incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
Quarterback keeper. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It'll be a draw. Breaks the tackle. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw. It's Foster. Buying some time as he moves left. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Durham. Turning it on! And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over North Texas. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hall. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going downfield for the big play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Boston College will send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Got the 1st down and more. Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Under fire. Throwing on the run. He's got it all right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't get in these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To throw, it's Foster. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Berry. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great catch and run for 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself. Significant hold.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Off play action on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got the back in the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. Boston College will send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab on the shot. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback running on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU has a history of dominating up front, both in the trenches to stop the run and creating those negative plays with dudes like Arden Key.
And they're so physical, and you're right. Stop the run, and you got to find some guys like that on the outside that have that quick twitch that can get off the rock, get past those offensive tackles. A lot of complete defenses have resided in Baton Rouge.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, That last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give to the tailback. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Foster. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Jones. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. In search of their 1st touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
How about that for a efficiency if you're on this offense right now. 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Anderson. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The hand to the running back. Got a little space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. Driving for the goal line. Loose football. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Foster. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown LSU! And the stomping has commenced. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Returner will field it, and the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He wants to throw it again. grab near the marker. It's Harris. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This Boston College offense has it working. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll throw on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Gets it out fast. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Foster. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Boston College!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from the base.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. One more play to pad the stats. Has to get there to move the sticks. And that is how we will wrap this one up. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.